So from like you and I have known each other for a while, been in the industry for a while. We've seen so many trends, right? So you've seen, when MT came along. We've seen when
Hmm.
the TMS, original TMS came along, and with all of its rendition after that. And then we have MT came in as a small MT. I remember the one that was worked on by NRC, that was invested by the company that you and I worked for. They put some money against that and developed it into a local MT. Deployed. It was in Moncton, deployed on the server platform there. And then now look where we are. You've seen a lot of trends, but this one is a little bit more disruptive than the other ones, right?
Yes, absolutely, because we don't have control. When we have an MT, we control what we put in it. When we use AI, we don't know where it gets its information from. And if you use neural machine translation, which is a little bit more controllable, but it depends on who's filling it in. I mean, I if I use something like that, I know what I put in, but if my client uses ChatGPT or any other whatever AI they're using, and it's based on who knows what on the internet, and then he gives you this text to correct what usually we have to do it all over again. So it's not worth it, really.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think from what I've been looking at in my research is that I think we can start working on models that are more controllable by translators. Instead of having machine translation as we know it, put AI into it, but make a small model that that we feed with our documents that we know are correct. A little bit like Antidote is doing. They're using controlled stuff for they have a new AI thing where you can rephrase your sentences and it helps, make it sound better or whatever. But it's an AI, but working on stuff that they know is good and that they read over it and had people correct and everything. So I think that's kind of I think it's the way we should go to, but it's just a
So
thought.
why, I mean, again, I'm just speaking by experience here. Why does it feel to me that the industry, specifically in this case, yourself and many other freelancers, many other translators, to me, we come across that we care a lot more about quality than the customer does. And I don't know if it's perception on my side, or maybe we went through a trend where before the customer cared about quality, and now because they have a lot of benefit coming out of mainly cost savings, coming out of AI, they're ignoring that quality delta, if you will, the difference between quality. And then people will come in and say, well, AI makes mistakes, well, therefore also people make mistakes too. So I mean, there's both sides to the argument, but to me, it feels like every time I talk to a translator, every time I talk to a language service provider or a company that in the business, in the industry, I do get the feeling that we do care a lot more about language quality than the actual consumer. And that gap in the care, in the care for language quality, I don't know if it's healthy, to be honest with you. I mean, it's business wise. Like if you were an owner of a business and you're saying, "Hey, you asked me for a Hyundai, I'm going to give you a Cadillac." So the difference in I hate to use
Hmm.
automobile analogy, but that's for the audience, I guess, that
That's a good
makes
one,
a
yeah.
good reference. So if I'm giving somebody a Cadillac, meanwhile they ask for a Hyundai, so guess who's paying for that difference in quality? You.